I am Trigg the Rich Warrior, and this is my kitchen, Trigg's Kitchen. And this is the first half of my meal prep. I do meal prep. I do it all in one day usually, but I don't have what I want for the next 3 days. So I do first 3 days, same foods I prep, and then I do another 3 days. And on the seventh day, which is my seventh day today, I fast for 24 hours. And that's what I'm doing right now while I'm prepping this food. For the first 3 days, I'm gonna do for dinner. I'm gonna do chickpea salad. It's like a mock to tuna salad. I'm gonna do that with crackers, and then I'm gonna do that with my favorite salad. I call it the Trickster. It's a mixture between two greens. I always use arugula, but now I think I got spring mix, cucumbers, onions, banana peppers, and avocado, and sometimes croutons. I'm not gonna do the croutons because I got the crackers for the chickpea salad. And then we're gonna juice. We're gonna have a juice. I'm gonna do apples, mangoes, apples, mangoes, um, apples, mangoes, pineapple, and ginger. And I'm gonna do that for 3 days as well. It might have enough to do, a couple additional days. But yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. I'm about to prep that now. So yeah, just check me out as I do that. All right, I'm getting my bamboo cutting board out and the ingredients for my chickpea salad. Got the red onion, celery, Dijon mustard, the mayonnaise, the chickpeas. Only thing that's missing is the vinegar and the salt and pepper. So next, I'm gonna mash up my chickpeas. I like to really. I try to mash up every chickpea damn near, because I want the consistent. I want the texture that I, desire. You can do it how you want to do it, but I like to mash almost every chickpea up, as you can see, because I want that. I want that texture that's similar to tuna as much as possible. But that's the red onions, but it don't have to be. Got the celery. Put all that in. I mean, this is super simple. This is a go-to, just like you would do tuna. And for real, you could put it in a food processor, the chickpeas or a NutriBullet, and that's the vinegar right there, the white vinegar, and make it a lot easier and faster. Got the pepper. This is super simple, but it's amazing. You could put it on. You can make a sandwich out of it, a sub. But I'm using crackers with this. I usually use bread, make a sandwich, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles. Definitely try this out. The recipe will definitely be in the description. And this is my one half of my meal prep for the next 3 days. And we're gonna start the salad. This is salad that I named the Trigster. It's two different types of greens. This is spring. I like to use kale, but I always use arugula. Always use arugula. That's my favorite right there. You got definitely got a distinct taste in the other ones. And this is gonna go with the chickpeas and crackers for my dinner. Me, I only eat twice a day. Unless sometimes, I get the urge or I'm hungry enough that I can eat 3 meals, like another small meal. But I usually only eat 2 meals. I only eat within a 12-hour window. Let's say if I eat at 8 a.m., I don't eat after 7 p.m. So I try to eat like at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. And the next time I eat again, it'll probably be, 5:30, 6, maybe sometimes even earlier, but I'm not eating after 7 p.m. I'm just hydrating my body after that. You can have like healthy snacks and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying this helps you in your weight loss and sculpting your body as well. And it gives your body time to just relax and heal. And And while you're doing that, just hydrate your body. I try to hydrate my body, at least uh I'll say 2 hours before I go to bed. But yeah, man, I got the cucumbers, the onions, the banana peppers, the avocados. The only thing I didn't add because I had crackers with my chickpea salad was the croutons to this salad. And that's the official authentic Trickster salad. I need to package this up with the Caesar dressing, and I put pepper on top all the time and some oregano as well. I could eat this every week. It's like peanut butter and jelly to me. It's a go-to. I can always eat this. When you're running out of ideas, you need to have your go-tos, and this is one for me, and that chickpea salad as well. And this is what I'll be having with the chickpea salad for the next 3 days. Like, this is more than enough, for me. And next we have my juicer, my cold pressed juicer. I'll have the link in there as well. Got my mangoes, my organic apples, ginger, celery, and pineapples. And we're gonna mix all of this together. And I'm gonna have this as well. Like I said, that's more than enough food. More than likely I will not finish this. But it's really one meal. So you can have these things separately. You can drink some of the juice or drink all the juice for lunch and have the chickpeas. And then for dinner, you can just have the salad. You can do it like that. But the key is to give your body time to recover. So you don't want to be eating right before bed. You want your body to be healing and recharging. You don't need to be using energy breaking down food. Next, I got my apples going in. And I choose apples. I usually use pears for this one, but I use whatever I can get organic. Put the juice in a big jar, and next to it, I have my fruit thawing out with a banana for my smoothie. And next, we have oat flour pancakes. Those are the ingredients, simple ingredients. So right here, I'm going to take 2 cups of oatmeal. I use steel cut because I guess they're like chopped up, and I put it in my NutriBullet uh, container, and I blend them, and it's going to turn into a, which is oat flour, but it's going to be real, it's going to be the texture of flour almost. So I just let that blend, and I found this recipe because I got tired of buying the expensive, you know, high quality pancake mix in the box. And this is a super cheap and healthier way to do it. And this recipe calls for buttermilk, but instead of buttermilk, I use vinegar and baking soda. And the recipe already calls for baking soda. I just use a little bit more. So the first one I made my oat flour. Right here, I'm making my oat milk, which is just oats, water, maple syrup, vanilla extract, and a little bit of Himalayan salt. And I'm gonna blend that up as well. And being that I'm putting it in the batter, I'm not straining it through a strainer. But if I was going to use it as just milk, I would put it through a strainer to get any of the, more solid pieces out. Blend that as well for about 40 seconds. In the oat flour, I'm going to add some organic cane sugar, baking soda, a little bit more to substitute the buttermilk. Himalayan sea salt, got to have it. And this is to replace the buttermilk with the baking soda. You see how bubbling up right there. Then we're gonna throw in the oat milk. And I put a little more. It's gonna seem like it's, too loose, but once you put it in the refrigerator and take it out, as you'll see later, it's gonna be perfect consistency. And before I cook it, I'll leave it out for about 30 minutes, So we're just gonna stir that up. I put 2 eggs in there as well. I'm gonna just stir it up, whisk. It don't take much. and it looks like, you know, too liquid, but it's perfect. It's perfect. So you'll see when I take it out the refrigerator, and this is going to be right when it comes out the refrigerator, so it's going to still be cold. But when you let it sit, you know, and that's coming up right out the refrigerator right there. But when you let it sit for a while, like 30 minutes, it's ready to go. You know, first I got the cast iron skillet, olive oil in there, put it on about medium low, and then it expands. So you don't need to put much in there. You can spread it out because it's kind of, I did it while I was more on the cold side. So I just, you know, use my spoon to kind of spread it out. So it's kind of an even pancake. But yeah, man, it's that simple. It's way cheaper to make. And, you know, I like to put fruit, incorporate fruit and vegetables with everything. So I'm gonna definitely have some fruit with this, some mixed berries that you see in the back right there. And I like to use natural products, so that's why you see me with the wooden spatula. All of that stuff matters when it comes to, you know, what you consuming in your body and what you have in your home. So yeah, man, I'm flipping them, you know, just getting each side hot, you know, bringing them back. You know, this is just Trigg's kitchen. This is how I do in my kitchen, and that's wheat straw plate right there. You know, it's just healthier than other stuff. And we're using that organic maple syrup. That little drizzle on there, you know. We're gonna put the mixed berries on there because I got to have it. I gotta have it. And you can, now sometimes I put some, you know, some Greek yogurt in, some granola on top, man. That's how I do it. Check out the clarity. You see, it still got the crispy edges, you know. You don't feel all sluggish after you eat because you put high quality ingredients in there. But this is me on my nature walk, man. And this is how I spend my meal prep day. Bro, I lived in Chesterfield for 30 years, and I ain't never been over here. That ain't wild. I don't know. What the fuck is... I never been over here. Lived in Chesterfield damn near 30 years. Crazy. Came down this steep, but nah, this is. And you see the E9 bridge. See if I can zoom in.